3.15 patch. No. Later today, I plan to deploy patch 3.15.1. I believe this is already in right now as I'm reading this. To get an idea what to expect, we have prepared a preview of patch notes for you. We also know that we're working on a beyond the patch. Now the patch note may change prior to the deployment, so this should be like as up to date as it can be. Improvements: added vendor recipes for converting instilling and enkindling orbs. Nice, that's very good. Pretty sure we also know what the recipe is. Yeah, there you go. So for instilling orbs, scouring, and any, I believe this is any trigger gem. And then you have the other way around where it's Alk and 2 enkindlings. Okay. I am gonna forget this for sure. Quality on the divergent flamethrower trap no longer grants gas speed, now it's trap throwing speed. That's a nerf because you could make it so that if you use the gloves, that gas speed applies to throwing speed. It was benefiting both the damage for it and then throw speed. Phantasmal seismic trap skill gem no longer grants reduced gas speed, now grants reduced wave frequency. That's a big nerf. But didn't they? Isn't this just a? Was like an oversight that they didn't change this, right? This patch in the 3.15. So it makes sense that they would. Maybe this memory game no longer restarts upon re-entering the area if you died and left the arena. Wait. Wait, does this mean I can log out during the memory game, come back, and not get another memory game? Or is this strictly if you died? I mean, I guess we're gonna find out eventually. But I mean, the wording here says that you have to die in order for it, so softcore would still have a different mechanic of this fight. But to me, this sounds like they're reverting the chains. And now if you log out and come back, you can continue the fight. Which is a massive buff to hardcore Maven fights. As a release. On release, you could leave the arena during the memory game, come back, and then wait the memory game out, and then continue the fight. In 3.14 and so far in 3.15, if you leave during the memory game, it gives you a new one. It restarts. So I'm wondering if this now also affects if you log out if you didn't die, because they did mention the node itself says if you died, but I don't know. If this actually only works that if you died, then it's a different mechanic for hardcore and softcore, which I think is a terrible design. And it's just a buff softcore players who die on it. Because previously, as a softcore player, if you died, you could just wait there, right? You could wait for the whole thing to go off and then come back, and you could fight the game. But I guess this is like if you died, like say to the beams, and then if you came like locked out there and came back, the memory game was like would restart then. I think it's absolutely terrible design that the mechanic of the fight is different for hardcore and softcore. But yeah, I guess we'll find out soon enough. Completing Heart of the Crow Harvest Encounter for the first time now unlocks 5 extra Heart of the Crafting Station. Or those in the area at the boat start. Oh, okay. So you can like share it with the group. That's a good change. Increase stun and block recovery upgrade soul. Oh yeah, so they're just changing it from because this was one specific iceberg map boss. So you could randomly do the map, but not get the upgrade. But now, yeah, that's a good change. Here's a chance for expeditions to spawn in Quarry. Oh gosh. Added support for combining the scavenger and numbers in MTX character effects. Okay. Improved studio service and automation, necklace, boots, and gloves MTX. More distinguishable. Bug fixes. Fix a bug where remnants were not affecting the chance to drop additional map. Wait, this wasn't working? Okay, that's good to know that it's fixed now. Hopefully, maybe, potentially. Fix the book where logbooks with the implicit area contents were on the last to fall. I mean, okay. That's kind of shitty that you couldn't have that. Fix the bug where Medved was classified as a runic monster and as a result could be affected by remnant monsters that affect runic monsters. Oh damn. Does that mean you could double the boss? Because there's a runic monsters are doubled, right? Could you double the boss? Like most of the mods are not only affecting runic monsters, right? And then just like all of them. Yeah. Fix the bug where expedition logbook sub area mini bosses would be affected by remnant monitors that apply to runic monster. Oh, okay. Fix a bug with seed generation of expedition NPC shops. This is about the shops, two different shops giving you the same stuff, right? Like two different players shops giving you the same stuff. Fix a bug where some ancient Galguran text could be unreachable. Shield cross could fail to deal damage with backwards against the wall. Yo, that's a buff. Where you were able to use explosive concoction with an offhand weapon and a disabled main hand weapon. Interesting that it even worked to begin with, but that's a nerf. Fix where mana bond could deal damage through walls. Fix a bug where Hex Blast was missing some like visual effects. Bug where Summoned Reaper could not destroy pots with some of their attacks. Bug where Summoned Reaper to consume skill share cooldown. Wait, that's a buff, right? Because this means that if you that it can now heal and it can now get the damage buff, even though yeah, that's a good change. Bug fix, I guess. Especially because the heal one had like a crazy long duration, right? Oh, like it's cooldown, right? Fix a bug where the duration of lightning warp could only be affected by less duration support. I think that's a nerf. Import increased duration now. And increased duration skill gems. I mean, it's not like you would ever have those, but now they should work too on it, right? These reduce skill effect durations. That's nice. While nice on a skill stated it interacted with frostful projectiles. Yeah, it doesn't. Spellsinger and Organist brand skills now were missing the trigger gem deck. Okay. Fix a bug where Smoke Mine was not triggering the use when you use travel skill flask enchantments. That's nice. Fix the bug where Mirage Warriors, someone with General's Cry, would not be able to use Shield Cross with the Wolf Howl Warcry or Celestial Warcry MTX. Oddly odd bug, but that's good. Fix the bug where chill and shock reflected to you while using the fulcrum could sometimes be removed when killing monster. Okay. Fix the bug that reused when you stopped being affected by this flask effect enchantment was reusing the chorus carrying elixir ruby flask every 2 seconds. That's a big buff if you wanted to play low life using the chorus carrying elixir, because the duration of the flask is longer than that, right? So you don't run out of the charges as fast. Fix the bug where a victim make your classical notable passive would apply malediction to enemies cursed by you when at 66% of the curse duration expert rather than 33%. That's about cool. Fix the bug where unearthed monsters summoned by Priest of Chalice Spectre would remain in the area they were summoned. They now despawn if they are left behind in the area they're summoned. Is this for the rats? I think, right? You could have like a fucking infinite rats by one of the spectres. Fix the bug where some monsters were not actually frozen when encased in an essence crystal. Yo, that's a long time coming. Fix a bug where lures were failing to spawn the correct number of red beasts. Oh, it's good that it was fixed now before I'm gonna start using my lures, which I don't have yet. But yeah. Man, that must have such a feels bad, man. Using like lures to try to get the beasts. Fix the bug where you could not complete Xana's Slay the Invasion boss mission in the Dry Sea map. A good fix. Take a map boss could stop moving attacking. Oh no, we can die now. Fix a bug where Glacier map boss no longer used Sleep Slam. Oh shit! So it was a bug and not them changing the map boss. Okay. Fixed a bug where Expedition Locker Affinity was not functioning properly if you try to stash applicable items while viewing a unique stash tab. Very oddly specific bug, but that's good to fix. Fix a bug where the heist Expedition Lockers did not warn you they were full on particular item when you had Affinity applied. That's good. Imagine just trying to spam the stuff in the lockers and then nothing happening. You're like, what is happening? And it doesn't tell you about it. Fix a bug where you were unable to purchase a Vaganos items with control click. Thank you, dude. I thought they changed this like early league. It was annoying. Fix a bug where mini life bars were shown for friendly monsters on full health. That's good. Fix a bug where the description of winged bestiary is corruption. Correct. I don't remember what it was. Fix the visual bug where the active flask duration bars could extend past the flask URL interface. They finally did it. The XP bar thing is gone now, right? Fix a bug where the Soul Keeper demigod weapon could not be applied to thrusting 100 swords. Fix the bug where totem in MTX were using incorrect animations when applied to Ballista Totem. I think that's above MTX bow. 2 glide crashes. Yo, Royale specific changes. Okay, let's see. Let's see it later. Okay. In addition to these above patch notes, below are a few things we working on that couldn't make it this patch. Can Rock better communicate the effect of his upgrades? We're planning to add a feature to the UI which highlights which mods will be affected by certain crafting outcomes, such as removing. In the future, we'll probably also apply this improvement to crafting, harvest crafting, and other systems where appropriate. Yo, that's nice. That's good. That's a good change. Hopefully, comes soon. Will you improve the UI for placing explosives in expeditions? We're reducing the amount of expedition grunt that cannot have explosives. Oh, that's good. It's really annoying sometimes. We also wanted to share a small public service announcement. Those might missed it. It is possible to undo explosive placements by using the UI. Crazy, dude. I didn't know about the Shift V. I knew the UI thing, but I didn't know Shift V worked as well. Instilling orbs. We're planning to add instilling orb mods to the crafting bench. Thank you. The players have the power to directly determine which modifier apply to their flasks. This will cost multiple instilling orbs and glass power bubbles. Nobody cares. You're already using like 15 instilling orbs per flask in hopes of trying to get the correct enchants. I used like 20 without getting one on my freeze effect flask earlier this league. It was really annoying. The reason why they were only doing this for instilling orbs is why we are doing this is that they have far more modifiers, and having the wrong instiller trigger condition is often worse than not having one. Yeah, I had 2 flasks. The one that I was trying to instilling, and the other one that I was actually using until I get the instill orb effect. Encardling orbs improve almost every flask in some way, regardless of which modifier you currently have. Yeah, true. Makes sense that they're not doing that for the enkindlings. Monsters reapply curses too rapidly. We agree. The most notable cases of this are with Necromancers, Sea Witches, and the Hex for Nemesis mod rare, where monsters are able to rapidly reapply curses. We are removing the Silence curse from Hex font and making it so that the packs of monsters and the curse will share cooldown. That's big. That's big. Especially the Hex font being, like the Silence being removed. It was so annoying because it lasted so long as well. Is Bone Shatter bugged? It looks like the shockwave doesn't trigger sometimes. Short answer is no. There are some mechanical shortfalls of the way stun currently works. We have plans to improve. Well, one of the things here is that if a monster has any energy shield, it has flat out 50% chance to avoid being stunned. We have plans to improve how this works in the future, but it most likely won't happen during 3.50 patch series. We'll also be seeing reports that Bone Shatter's weapon range isn't scaling correctly. We investigated this and found that it's scaling correctly, but the visual representation isn't clear. Okay. I wonder what the stun change is going to be later on. Can Quenin provide more valuable unique items? We reviewed this and we'll be increasing the change players to get most valuable unique items from Quenin. We are aiming to set this in 3.15 or shortly after. Guys, instead of having a 0.000000001% chance to get a headhunter, now you will have 0.000000002. I'm not sure if I had the exact same amount of zeros in there, but thanks so much for your feedback. I mean, it's good stuff.